Hello, interesting humans. I'll be showing some things before we start the video.
Which is why sometimes you see like a black man with a very basic white girl, but like the black girls or the women of color he dates are like they have to be insanely gorgeous and they have way higher standards of beauty and like women of color than they do for white women. He also has stated that, in his perspective, that white women would take care of him and pay for him and were less demanding than black women. And I have very much educated both of them on colorism and fetishization and things like that. They both for sure fetishize each other. My mom for sure had like a white savior mentality when it came to my dad, which is why she stayed with him for so many years, despite the fact he was extremely abusive. But yeah, we've talked to both of them. I've talked to both of them about this, me and my siblings.
Black men are not the ones who are wearing weave, makeup, and Eurocentricizing their looks. So stop it. Why do I never see you guys under the comments of black women? Where are you under Cynthia G's comments? Huh? Where are you under these female black trolls with their weaves and their long extensions and their blonde and highlights and all this other stuff? You're telling me that I feel that we should encompass as many people into the diet.
So we already know, you need this, you need that, blah, 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 blah. But actually, you're only going to date me. So me existing, I'm already good enough. Not realistically, but I mean, as in you're only going to select from me. And there's no real way I'm going to lose you because you're not going to look anywhere else.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and talk about this video, and although this video was sent to me a couple of times, the first time I saw this video was on Cerebral's community wall. So shout out to Cerebral for posting this video and making it a man's ride or die, and definitely not even think about choosing another man. The kingdom and not getting anything from your so-called prize. You would get a better prize from a Cracker Jack box than you would from a black man. If you've been considering homeschooling or feeling your child is not
Sorry guys for the video, the comments, but I'm trying to show the videos in like the most realistic way that I can. But here it is.
If my Jewish mother saw me disparaging Jewish women, or any women for that matter, online for clout, she would end me. That'd be it. And look, plenty of you are going to say, hey, sit this one out. It's none of your business how black men talk to black women. You're right, I'm not tone policing this guy. But I am particularly disturbed by this video because black women, dark-skinned black women in particular, are probably the most patient people on this planet because they themselves are the victims of more violence and vitriol than any other group ever. So yeah, to hear that they're being labeled as innately violent by a black man might be especially hurtful. Again, I know this isn't my business, and I'm not going to tone police this man, but I do wonder what his black mother thinks about this shit.
So I wanted to show those videos before I talked about what I'm going to talk about right now because the things that are going on. Basically, I don't like to make views about his content, but if you see my other videos that I have, you would see that the reason why I'm talking about this situation, and I'm not going to discuss it right now because it's going to make the video very long, longer than it's going to be. And I wrote down some things to talk about with this video, but hopefully, if I remember them and stuff like that, is a thing. Hold on. But I'm gonna go just to like, cause I know how some people like to make videos like, okay, you're giving your like your opinion, but what have you went through in life? So I'm gonna let you know exactly what I have been through in life. Just a brief back, but go to the other videos so you can see and maybe want to come back to it. It doesn't matter. But you obviously are conscious or trying to be conscious or maybe have the ability to be, which everyone does. So you're watching this video. And I know how some people, and I get really annoyed when some YouTubers be like, click or like it or subscribe, but as someone who's trying to take my video serious, and because of what I have been through in life and the goal that I'm doing for the video, I'm asking to like and subscribe to my videos, not for me, but for the world in my eyes, and also because of the story that I'm about to tell you. So briefly, and when I was 16, when I was living in Chicago, I marched for against not in a protest for Donald Trump, because I didn't know anything mostly about Donald Trump except that he was racist. And you're gonna go back in the video to like see the full story. But anyways, I got pregnant during the situation. I was marching. I met somebody, and I thought they were conscious, and I ended up being drinking. They did not like ID me. I went in the bar in Chicago. They did not ID me for some reason, and I was like really tipsy, and I ended up having baby. And my mentality, because of racism and me, because I was always educated at a young age and I was in a library reading, has not been like very good like with racism. So I ended up not having. I didn't want to kill the baby, but I had him. But I had to get my mental together before I had a baby. So I did, and now my son, he's with, and I believe his father is Somalian, but I had to still, the Lord is going to put me back in the path of his father because we have to have a conversation eventually. That's why I came back. But he's with 2 white women right now, and I lived with white families when I was with having him, and I please encourage you so you can understand fully about why this is so irritating to me to watch the video called that I made on my channel called Adoption Law Change. And if you watch that video, you can see just exactly the understanding. But I'm going to go into what has been discussed right here in those videos that we have just seen. So I'm deciding to revoke my adoption because of these videos that I'm seeing. And I've always been conscious in watching videos before the adoption. But now I'm deciding now that, my son, he cannot be around 2 white women raising him, unfortunately. And it was also this person I'm watching, her name is Cynthia G on YouTube. And you can go watch her videos as well. But she also posted a video with a white mother stating that, she has a biracial son, but he's like, the father's not there, so he's being raised by white people, and her son came home in the year 2000, like this year, like not 2020, I believe, saying that he doesn't like his skin. So at the time, I was naive because I'm not a racist person. I really genuinely love everybody, and unless I see you doing hateful things, at the time, I was not thinking about that. I was just hoping that they loved him, really. But unfortunately, being white and them having money is not enough. So, and I'm really afraid that my son is going to come out being a man that does not hate, that hates cocoa women, says these things because he's been raised by white women, and says a lot of things that's hateful about himself. And so this is why I'm making this video, because I'm so uncomfortable about the situations that are going on. So to go into this, and also when I'm going to go in after this, I've been with white men, Indian men, Asian, Latino men. I've been in different colors of men because I've been very diverse, and I've always liked to learn. But I've never seen a race like, I'm also Kakabian, just to let you know. I don't like to say these, but in my videos and when I talk, because most of my videos you see me talking about the things that are going on in the African American community, because even the Africans and the Caribbeans, we have issues as well. So we hear these things, and regardless of us being separate names, we are still one, and this does affect us as well. us Caribbean and African people. They're using Dr. Mumbai in Africa. On YouTube, she's in Africa. It's called Wake Up Africa. So she has a video, but it's stating that even Africans, they have to wake the fuck up because they're not woke about a lot of things. They've been colonized as well. The difference is Africa has their own countries and these African Americans don't. But that's not an excuse, because I see mostly African Americans with this channel of me being conscious, unfortunately, sadly, with these things like this. I see them saying the most racist things about their people. And these motherfuckers are going on podcasts, making podcasts as if they're educating someone. But all you are doing is showing how insecure you are about being colored. So this is why I named this video, Stop Making Us Men. Because these men are basically showing to you women, especially you African American women, they hate themselves. They're telling you not to make them anymore. Do not spread your legs. Do not make them anymore. And this is what these men are telling you. Do not make us. We hate ourselves. We don't want to see ourselves anymore. And it's sad because, men, they only, of all colors, they only come out white shit. These, white shit, they might have all this white shit in their dick, but it's very different between pushing out white shit into the yoni, which is the pussy, the vagina. I call it yoni. So when you say yoni, just know that's in between our legs, lady, is what I'm calling it. These men are, when they're talking about this, they're saying, even though we went through all this pain and we endured all this, they come out white shit. We love the men more, and we try to stand by, and even though they're gaslighting and doing these things, to stand by and heal them and help them, because we carried them in our stomach for months. They were a part of our body, ourself for months. And that's why you see these men are gay now. These men and women, this whole men and woman gender race, gender war and shit is so wrong, because honestly, you can see that we are one. Even with the African American, you see that it was Harriet Tubman. I know it probably was other slaves that maybe they were men. I had to look it up. They're freed, the other ones, but the main one that is famous that we know is the African American woman, and name is Harriet Tubman. That freed the slaves. Now it says that the women are more stronger in the African American community. I don't even like calling them African because they've never been to Africa. And supposedly, honestly, Africa should not be even called Africa, because that's supposedly the name of the person, the white person that conquered Africa. So Africa, honestly, they should call it Kakavia, even though that's my tribe, Kakavia. But I think the whole Rod tribe, we call ourselves that because of our chocolate skin, which is like the cocoa seed. And I believe that all Africans need to just name Africa Kakavia, and they need to at least just make up your own name for yourself. But these people do not know anything about that. And they're speaking these conversations and having these conversations, which shows how masculine they are. And honestly, I think that the white man has won when I see things like this, because I supposedly the darker man was the first man, and I know that they've done evil things as well, but it seems like, and then people have also gotten over the evil things they've done. So like I understand the difference between what has happened with the African American male and slavery. I know that they were raped in the ass, and I believe that also happened in Africa, that people were coming over and fucking the boys, because I've seen porn videos of African boys that were young and they were fucking. This is disgusting. Having no respect for your women shows that you have no respect for yourself. And these men, because I'm going to tell you my story that I went through also with my baby, who was two white women. The doctor that had him, I was in the suburbs of Illinois, and mostly in the suburbs, I've heard in Illinois that they're racist. This is everywhere, and these people were racist. The doctor that I had, because it was an abortion, and I just felt I was really uncomfortable, and I just wanted to make sure my decision was right. So I got a couple days added to my stay, and they allowed it, and I let the doctor know. And I asked the doctor, because I just sensed that I'm empathic. And I sensed that the doctor was racist. And I asked him, I said, "Are you racist?" And this doctor, I promise you, told me, he said, "Yes, I don't like anyone that does not look like me." And this motherfucker was the first energy that touched my baby. And he said this, and this is the reason why I go hard on this racism shit. I don't want my child to come out. I endured this. And you can try to act white all you want and do all this stuff, but they are still going to feel this way about you. Why would I want to birth this man, go through this pain, have marks on my body, my beautiful chocolate skin, to hear you say something like this? This is so disgusting. These men are disgusting, and these women that are with you, what real woman, genuine woman would be around a man that disrespects his ancestors, his auntie, his mothers, and it's obviously showing that he does not love himself? Because you disrespecting your women, you're disrespecting yourself. Because honestly, a cocoa woman, a cocoa man is what made your cocoa ass and made you have this BBC. And not all color males have big dicks. I've had white men that have bigger dicks than a cocoa man, but I'm going to go to that later. Will be around her. This woman have insecurities. They're around your culture because they're interested. But instead, and they don't like to, they have this white, also you said in this video, this white savior mentality. They don't want to say things to you, or even an Asian Latino, they want to say things to you because they want to seem as racist, and they just letting you express yourself. Even though these women, because I help a lady who's white and she's in a wheelchair, she's been molested and everything, and they go through things. I've been in DCFS. I know that these women go through things. Why these colored males are putting so much stress on these women, because they're white, and they're like making these women, they've been molested, they have to go through things too. They need a man. Instead, they're being a person, they're being with a person because they're for sympathy. They're being with you because of sympathy. And there is couples that love each other. Yes, this is true. But most of they're being with these people because of sympathy. And this is discussing how they talk about these, and then it's mostly the affirmation. You go publicly expressing your insecurities online, which can be turned and used against you. And with this social media, they might say it's a devil and stuff like that, but it's really God, because it's helping healing and just showing that that God can be the devil and good, and it's showing that how sick you motherfuckers are. Like they have no respect, for themselves. And honestly, I believe that most African, even the Nigerian males, they bleach your skin, that these men need healing. No woman should be fucking these men. And I'm sorry to say this, but you need to love yourself. You have no right to be fucking and you don't love yourself. And this is the truth. Spreading your seed and you don't even love yourself? That's disgusting. You're spreading something that you don't even love. And you're creating something that doesn't love itself. And this is just creating lacking love. They have these shirts called Black Love now. If you take the B off, it says lack love, and which is truly what you people do. You lack love. There should be no way. Jewish people are supposedly the ones that killed Jesus, the ones that are evil, this and that. But this is a Jewish man that it was in the video that's saying that you guys are wrong. These motherfucking African American males are making white men look and other males look so better. You guys are showing how emasculated you are, and it's disgusting. A BBC is not going to keep a woman. It doesn't matter if she's white and she maybe see more tiny dicks. That's not enough to keep a woman. She still is a woman that has to provide, has a feed for her kids. You think that's going to keep her? She's going to go to the next provider, and unfortunately, it's not you. Even also, she reported this fucking woman, this white woman, with an African American male. He probably wants to fuck her. Just brag to his friend. I just fucked this snowflake and everything. But this woman was educated, and she said that people don't date black men because they're a token and it makes them look better. She was saying that. She didn't say why they dated the black man, but like she said that she was letting them know that you guys are on the lowest pedestal. This is what she was letting the colored males know. You disrespecting your woman does not make you a better fucking man. And you think that's going to make you a better man, that's not. You know how many European males that come up to me when I'm walking down the street going to the store, they're in their car almost hitting somebody because they're trying to look at me? They love us. And you guys are going to be someone that everyone is against you. Even the women you think that just because you had a mixed baby with them, they're going to be against you too. No one's going to like you bitches. Even the women that made you. And this is the point that you're getting at. You're making videos like this. People have to call you out. This is so disgusting. Because you're doing it because you're a emasculated male that's trying to gaslight somebody because you are not able to provide because a white man or somebody has taken over your land, oppressed you. So you want to basically put down the women and stuff like that, because this is what the males do. And I know the gaslight, they say that white people start lying and manipulating, which I really think is a lie when I see here African males saying that, because I feel like if you guys were the first people here, you are the ones that started evil, to be honest. And they want to say that these white people are gaslighting, but I see more white people, because as the lady in the video says, and I thought I was just experiencing this myself. So basically, I'm going to tell you the story about I was with this, so I experiencing racism. I was working at this pizza restaurant, and I think the Lord put things in my pathway, basically, so that, basically, I can, understand things. And I experienced racism from these Mexican people, and because I was offered a manager position, and this gay Mexican guy, somebody called me pretty and chocolate, and he come in, he was being racist to me after this situation. And I noticed in that situation, basically, the racism that people, well, one, I noticed that Latino people and all the other people that's complaining about racism, they have semi-racism. I do understand that it's a darker person that experiencing more racism. And they said like this, and I also want to say before that so I was really upset with the Latino people. But before that I experienced racism, I was hanging around with Mexican people all the time. And I knew this Mexican guy before. And I had sex with, one day after the situation, because I was like so disgusted with Mexican people. I was so uncomfortable being around them because I thought they were evil. Because I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you guys are cool. You've been saying the N-word around me and stuff like that. It's so disgusting. But this Mexican guy I know, I met him and I had already knew him before the situation. And we had sex, kind of. I saw him. He moved close to me for some reason, and we started talking. And I was trying to like not be upset with him, so I tried to get to know him again and stuff like that. But he made the situation worse. It made me very much more disgusting. The reason why I have the scar, my scar is healing because of the skincare routine that I use. Thankfully, I found a good one. But my scar was big. Like in my videos, you see my other videos that I made. Like my scar was fucking big. Like it was like it was big. He put a fucking hole in my face. And the reason why he did so is because he cannot stand up to an African American male, because he's a weak ass bitch. And he was using me because he sees African American males and Latino males. He was around this African American male. He was bringing me around to kind of show me that he knows black people and that he's black. And I don't like that shit because that's so weird to me. This African American male, he know he's African American. He's ignorant. He's never been to Africa or anything like that. And he cannot educate me. He think he's smart, trying to educate me about if you're in this country, you're either black or you're white. First of all, you cannot educate me. I'm more educated than you, and I learned a lot. You cannot educate me. That's all. You do not try to do that, you fucking African American male. And I'm fucking nigger. You cannot educate me. And then one time we went over there. I don't know what happened. This motherfucker, he asked me. He said, "You don't like black males, black American males?" I'm like, I like males of chocolate color. I like Ethiopians, men from Africa. And then you're gonna tell me only like Latino women. And while the Latino guy was around, I'm like looking at him. I'm like, am I really hearing this? This is like really weird. But then this guy also, he was trying to have sex with me. Even after he said he liked Latino women, he was still trying to fuck me. So I know why I'm watching these videos now, and why, because I was made to make the path that I was put on. I was made to make these videos for you guys. I even was offered a contract to sign papers to get more followers, but I'm not going to do that because I want to gain my people spiritually the right way and naturally, they and stuff like that. So these men, they use other women to gaslight people because they feel like they cannot provide, they're not shit, and they feel like they're not shit, and they know they're not shit. So he wants to use other women to gaslight people. There was this one African American male who was trying to get me to suck his dick, and I was never going to suck his dick because I don't like him. He said, the white women, they suck my dick right away. First of all, I was never going to fuck you. You're ugly to me. Not even ugly, you're ugly in soul and outside, and I don't like you. I was never going to suck your dick, first of all. So these are the things that males do. They like to gaslight. And on top of that, you being publicly. All you males are doing, you're not making yourself. These black males, they're going online. They're making black males seem better and like to people. But all you're doing is showing that you bitches are emasculated and the weakest men on earth. That's exactly what you're showing. You're showing that you're the weakest men on this earth. And then there's also another video with the guy said with his hair I don't know if he was the father of the mixed girl that was saying that shit, but this is before African American was made, because African Americans, regardless they were taken from Africa or wherever, they are still a new race of different culture. These motherfuckers, African people have been doing different beautiful styles with their hair for a long time. Yes, we might have curly hair. This is my natural hair. Look how beautiful it is. We make so many interesting styles with our hair. But you bitches insecure. I remember one time before I got my locks when I was like a younger a kid, these African American people, I was on a bus, the public transit bus. And it was that, African American people, they always like to, be on I can see how their mindset is. They still stuck in slavery, racism. They be on a bus talking about that shit. It was like, African American males, these black boys, they only get locks, dreads, because they insecure of their hair. I was like surprised. I was a kid hearing this shit, and this is what turned me off from black American men. Why do I want to be a man with insecure about this hair? And I really realized that these bitches are insecure about their hair. You have Kodak Black going online. You are a superstar now. Public, you're not a superstar because you're not really special, bro. I mean, see, he said, I don't like no bitch black like me. He looks like a fucking baby gorilla. You want to be honest. You already look ugly as fuck. You want to go online, make yourself even show that you're more ugly inside and out by saying something, by disrespecting your mother. I haven't heard that he even smacked his mother on a booty. These men are disgusting as hell. They're very insecure about themselves, and they like to make women that they are with them, even white women, all type of women, insecure as well. I've seen women, I heard men tell me out of their mouth that they've been with bigger women because they're trying to use them because they didn't have no place to stay. And I've been with white women. I have a woman I consider my mother. Like, I have a second mother. I call her as my mother because she brought me into her house with her kids and she raised me like her own. And I love that. I don't like them being used like this, especially their kindness. And they should not be used because they're people or someone that looks like them put your ass in slavery. They should not be used, to, try to help you heal. And even though and they're not even really like that shit, they should not be used in that way. And the big woman, she already got insecurities. My grandfather also was Irish. Irish people, if you were not learned, they was also back in the day written off as called basically not white. Ginger people, even though I think ginger hair is more beautiful than blonde, white people, they have this thing with ginger people that supposedly like want to talk shit about ginger people. These motherfucking gingers are beautiful. I don't have no issue with ginger. My fucking ancestors are ginger. Obviously, they Irish. And I did not learn this from ancestry. This is what I know from my family. Or else I'm chocolate. These are still my people. And, this is what they do. And nobody should have, they go through shit too. So nobody should have to, like, suck your dick, kick your ass because of, something they didn't even do. And these men like to use these women to get ahead. If you seen Waiting to Exhale, Angela Bassett, the character that she played, her husband was a successful man. But the thing that these men, they had an issue with was that fact that they're not in power. They have money, they have this, but he was lacking something that they wanted. To be a white man in power and have the power that a white man has, and they don't have that shit. So they think that they can have that shit by being with a fucking white woman. And these bitches be going with ignorant women, they don't even have shit. They can't give you no power. They don't even have power themselves as a white person. And this is what they do. These motherfuckers are disgusting. Like, I don't want to say African American women. I'm just saying that these men, some people might be with good men. I'm not saying all of them. You might be with a good man. Most of these men are like disgusting. They like to cheat on women and fuck a bunch of women to help them with their securities. Fucking a bunch of women is going to help them feel like, oh, I'm that man and shit like that. And they're not. You fuck all these women, but you can't even provide for them. And they want to talk shit about women color women, they want to say you upset because they're asking for shit and you can't even give them that. And you want to fucking gaslight them and make them feel bad because you can't give them something because you're not manly enough. And I wonder, regardless, they say that we were kings or this shit happened before. And this also man in the video saying that the color women are trying to wear weaves. First of all, the hair in the color community, we have always, and you go to look up Africa, Chad is a country in Africa. These women use chili powder, a bunch of things. They have long hair. And also Ethiopian women. They are beautiful women. They have long hair as well. You bitches don't know anything about Africa or anything that has come out of there. And don't even know that most of these bitches are just traveling tribes from them. And they just don't even know it. And you want to talk about them trying to Eurosize their looks? How can you USize something when supposedly they came from you? How can you try to act like something when supposedly they came from you? And second of all, that's a lie because I've seen cancer is really real. I've seen white women. I've been in a store. I've seen a white woman. She had on an Ariel. I think it was a Halloween costume from her kid's set. I think she had cancer. She put on an Ariel fucking hair, wig. I promise you, God, I saw this shit. That's disgusting to even say that. We have hair is like used widely between all different races of women. And first of all, explain this. European hair is not really the hair that's used when white color women when they wear weave. It's Brazilian or something like hair that's close to Africa. It's not no fucking European hair. To say that they fucking look like white women, that's disgusting. It shows how ignorant you are. And you upset that you a weak ass bitch. And these motherfucking males, you like, bitch, you can't, they not even realistic with yourself. I'm realistic when I make these videos. These motherfuckers, I'm a weak ass bitch ass male. Why should you be making videos like this? You weak as fuck. You don't have nothing to learn. Nobody can learn anything from you. Why are you making these videos? It's showing how much weak you fucking African males are. You are weak as fuck. You are weak as males. And it's showing that you are not hurting these women. These European males like these women. They're defending these women. You can see in the video, these men that fucking defend these women. They're disgusting with you, to be honest. People don't really have an issue with the cocoa woman. European males, they like the cocoa woman. They don't like your ass. And we have defended your ass. And it's at the point when you at a very thin strand. You're going to have no one that likes your ass. Even the woman that have mixed children with your ass. They had to feed their children. They had to provide for them. You think they're going to stay with your weak black ass that didn't even love himself? You can't even love yourself. How can you love them? Then no one's going to want to be with you at all. You're going to have the whole world against you, even your own mothers. And it's disgusting how you talk about someone like this. Any woman that wants to be around you, please don't think that she loves you when you're talking about somebody like this. It shows that she does not love you. And these women, just because they have straight hair, does not mean that they do not have insecurities. I've been around all races of women. I told you. They have insecurities as well. And sometimes they might just want to hear this stuff because you up there disrespecting your woman. It's making them feel better about themselves. And you're disgusting as hell. Make sure I hit all the points to even talk about this shit. Women push you out of stomach, almost die for you. And you want to disrespect them like this. This is so disgusting. And now you are making the man that really made you look so weak look so powerful. You are weak as fuck and you're disgusting. This is not powerful, you saying this. And a lot of these women are jealous of cocoa women and you don't even know it because you ugly. You feel like you're ugly and they're using you to make them feel jealous. And you don't even understand that. You don't understand at all. And I know that these women can be manipulating, but these males are very, very much so gaslight. I be heard, as I said, I've been with different colors of males, but when I'm going around, I'll see it like when I'm walking and I see someone in my vision, I look at them. It doesn't matter what color you are, and I see cocoa males, white women, black males, white women. They looking at me. When I look at them, they think that I'm like jealous because I'm like, why you're not with me? First of all, you have a tiny ass dick, bitch. I don't see you as a man. I'm not upset that you're not with me. I'm wondering, honestly, to be honest, with everybody real, are you with this woman because you really love her or are you trying to be superior of her and her race? Because when I'm with a white man, it's because I like you. It's not because I'm trying to feel, to like what white bitch know. I got you on the I don't give a fuck. As I said, I have Irish in me. I'm done with that shit. I have a right to be with Irish men. They technically made me too. There's my niggas. There's my motherfucking man too. I have a right to fuck Irish men. I'm not doing it maliciously. I have a right to fuck Irish men. To be honest. You think you own shit, but you have to understand these motherfuckers, as they did change the abortion law. They would change the law for interracial marriage and make you stop fucking their women. They own shit. And these men, they want to fucking act like, they're not. But you bitches, most of these bitches are fucking these women because they want to feel superior. They be like, I'm fucking your bitch. I might have been in your, you might have been in, your grandfather might have been the master of my grandfather. But at least I'm fucking your bitch now. And this is what these males think. You have to tap into your woman. Even though you're not a man, you still had men. I tap into how a man thinks, and it's not that hard to, because I had a baby, a male baby, and I can tap into the masculine energy, and this is how they think. This is why you do certain things like this. You don't see cocoa women. It's majority of cocoa males that have mixed children that are doing these things, that are having mixed babies, that are colorist. Racist as fuck. Even though you are a part of two races that have been fighting, you should be the uniting factor, but instead you're the dividing factor. But it's mostly cocoa men, black males that have children like this. Mostly cocoa women. Cynthia G, her other video that I said about the white woman that had a biracial child and the child father's not there. He's being raised around white women. There was cocoa women that are also have mixed children with white men. They responded and they were like, it's only mostly white women that do this, try to play this sympathy role. And it's disgusting because I know that a lot of white male, but color males like to do this. They like to plant children in these bitches to like kind of like put a one over on them. And I don't like that shit because these women have been molested, been through shit, and they should not have to be put through this shit because you are trying to feel superior over a white man. So you want to do shit like this, like stick a baby in them and leave them, leaving your child hating themselves as obviously you hate yourself, and it's disgusting. And I'm glad that these other men are stepping up. And it's not what I disagree with Cynthia G's videos is she's wrong about saying color women have to step up. Because it's not that, it's everyone, because it's really white women, other women, they have to say this shit to these black males for them to understand. Because color women just saying this shit, like me saying this shit, it's not gonna help. A white male, a white woman, they have to say this shit to them and let them know that these bitches are wrong. Put them in their place, let them know that they're wrong. And stuff like that. Dude, don't fucking feel bad. I'm white, I shouldn't say this. You say that shit. Tell them that shit. They don't own the fucking internet. Tell these motherfuckers that they're wrong. And they are very fucking wrong. I'm feeling uncomfortable with my son being around fucking two white women now, being raised with them. Now I have to be stressed every fucking day. And I have to learn how to revoke this fucking adoption signature because I don't feel comfortable with it anymore. Because I think he's gonna come out with like these filthy ass African American males be thinking like them. Because I've been around African American people and I know how they talk. And it's so disgusting. And the reason why I could not have him, I never wanted a child because of racism. I've never wanted to have a child because of racism. But I have him now. So it's my main goal and my duty to stop this shit. I want a new earth. I want everybody that's wanting the old work, that's thinking like that, to go. You do not belong here. You are disgusting. Why do we have to have these conversations? Why are you bitches? You have curly fucking hair. You have chocolate caramel skin. Who gives a fuck, bitch? It doesn't matter. You have been here for a long time. Learn how to love yourself or kill yourself, bitch, because you are doing too much. You going online, social media, showing how insecure you bitches are about how you look. Even though my mother was a chocolate woman, my mother is a chocolate woman and she has long hair, straight. She got her hair done by the Egyptians, by this salon called Cleopatra. It's an Egyptian salon. And even like I used to see other people. I remember this mixed girl I used to hang out with. She was German and African American, and her father, I went to her birthday party. She was touching my mother's hair. Yeah, I remember the African Americans. I was in DCFS one time. It was like my mother was a good mother, but some shit happened. But I'm not going into that. I was deep inside. My mother came to visit me one time, and I remember these women. These motherfuckers like I said my mother's hair is real and stuff like that, and these bitches like tell my mother hair is fake as weave. No, I'm the only child, bitch, and I've been around you bitches. I know what it looks like for a bitch to wear weave in their fucking hair. That my mother hair, I see my mother get her hair done. I know it's her hair. They did not do weave at that fucking Ethiopian salon, and these bitches like jealous. And this bitch, and and this is the thing. These African American people, especially these males, they say racist things in front of other races, and these bitches think that it's okay to say things. I mean, one time this Puerto Rican girl, I was DCFS. I want her to be in this video. This bitch was DCFS. When I met her, I was 13. Everybody, I was saying 16, whatever. This one girl, her name is the one girl that said my mother hair was not real. Her name is Brittany. She was chocolate like me. She was a pretty girl. She was like, she said her grandmother was Puerto Rican, and the Puerto Rican girl, Jamie, she said, oh, that's why you pretty. This bitch ignorantly said, basically saying that Brittany is pretty because she has Puerto Rican in her. First of all, once you start mixing with other things that have melanin in them, that Puerto Rican shit gets washed off, because supposedly Puerto Rican is has African in them. And I know this because I know this Puerto Rican man who told me that he was called, the Puerto Ricans be called monkeys and shit. He also told me that I look better than Latino bitches that he have seen. And this is the Latinos are saying it to me because I've been experiencing so much racism from them, and they women are jealous of me, so they have to say this because they're women and stuff like that. So she said this shit, and I guess nobody really catched it and understood what she said, but I understood that shit because even though I was 13, I was more conscious than every other bitch that was up in that place, DCFS. I was very conscious, and the reason why I was in there because I was meant to be on this path to talk about this to you guys. This fucking girl, this bitch, I remember I got older and she has a child now. She got fed as hell. I connected back with her. I went to go visit my city in Illinois. I connected back with this bitch. She is racist as hell. Like this bitch, one time, I was wearing wigs. I had to buy a wig when I came back because I had did some shit and I did not want to be seen. I know I have crazy stories, but I did not want to be seen. I had some shit that happened, so I had to wear a wig. So I was wearing a wig, but even though this is my hair was like this at this time, and I was wearing a wig, and this bitch, the time that I had my hair out, this bitch, I had my locks in my hair, my natural hair. This bitch gonna say her sister, they gonna say something about my hair, and they gonna look at each other. Like when two friends are looking at each other like they were talking about something before, and they connecting with their eyes and like verifying, what they were talking about, speaking with their eyes and shit. And this is these bitches was talking, looked at each other. I looked at them because I'm empathic. And I don't like to judge these bitches are ignorant. I don't like to judge people because of my situations. And I know where people can go in life. And I was in fed, so I didn't want to judge this bitch. But she's ignorant and they want bitches want to look at these bitches are way uglier than me. I look better than these bitches. That's to explain. But these bitches thought because they had straight hair that they were pretty in me and they tried to like sneak this with their eyes about me. And then it was also I went to this bitch's birthday party even after this, and bought her daughter a birthday gift. And this bitch was trying to get me to have sex with this guy who was trying to act like he's a white guy, who was trying to act like he raps and stuff, trying to act like he African American. And I was like really scared, like she was trying to get me to have sex with him. And I was like super scared. I thought she was gonna kill me if I didn't have sex with him. So I like pretended to. We didn't have sex. Now he had like a really tiny ass dick, and it was disgusting. And I remember at her daughter's birthday party, I think it was his sister or somebody. This bitch gonna say some bald headed hoe shit, and it's a song that these African Americans made like about themselves or something. And this bitch gonna say that and look at me. So it let me know that these bitches was talking about me because I fucked her brother because this bitch was being racist and her brother's Puerto Rican too. So I fucked him to bring because I have my Caribbean pussy. So I fucked him and I brought his ass back to the motherland because you bitches not gonna talk about me, bitch. I'll fuck your mans. So I fucked her brother. So these bitches was talking about me. Obviously because said to my face they were sneak dissing and this bitch gonna say and bald headed hoe shit and look at me. And I was so upset because I've been through so much race shit. You're gonna look at my video and see what I said. I killed my bunny, and we're gonna talk about that later because I was thinking about this. I left the party because I was gonna beat that bitch's ass in front of these kids, and I don't really fight like that. I'm not a fighter, but I must so will fight about racism, and I do not like that shit. And I damn sure don't like when someone's trying to act black. You've been through shit, just does not mean that you can just instantly have a pass to say racist things around colored people just because your fucking parents are a crackhead. That does not mean that you have a right to say these things about people, and it's wrong. And this should happen. So these African American males, I noticed they say a lot of racist things about these women, and these women think that African American women or just us Caribbean women or women from Africa don't have long hair. Just saying these things because these African American males. They're not they're not the starters of African American people. They do not have a right to talk for us Caribbean women, us women from Africa, Nigeria, Ethiopia. They have no right to be talking about for us because you are a filthy ass slave mentality nigger that you don't even have your own country, and you cannot be talking for us. And these women are thinking that all us women feel that way because these is how these men are talking about us around these women. And this is how they feel that they can that this is how we all feel. This is not true. That bitch that she was talking about me that said on this bar, I look better than that bitch. I can tell when I looked at her that her parents are crackheads. That bitch like a rat face, ugly ass bitch. I don't give a fuck if your ass blue, gray, whatever the fuck it is, bitch. I still look better than you. I look like a sweet chocolate ass fucking bunny, bitch. And no one's gonna tell me different. This bitch is ugly as hell. I'm still gonna look good when this bitch grow old and ugly. And these men like because they feel they're ugly and they're insecure about themselves. They say this shit around these women, and it's so disgusting. This is how they talk about people. Even though these women people are around them because they like the culture and they trying to get the vibe. These motherfuckers they're around. These motherfuckers don't even like themselves, and these people are feeling better about themselves because they realize, oh, I'm trying to be like somebody that don't even like themselves. And they feel like good about themselves, and it's disgusting. And you have to understand it. These men like they do not deserve to be. No woman deserves to carry no African American male baby. No woman deserves to carry their babies. They do not deserve to have their babies expanded on this earth. They don't know how to love themselves. So why should somebody carry their babies? And do not have sympathies for these men because of racism that you feel like, oh, I shouldn't say these things. I'm gonna carry their babies. That's you're not doing either. You're making mixed children that are gonna be racist. Because they're not a part of a fucking cocoa person that loves themselves. They're a part of a cocoa person that hates themselves. So these mixed children grow up being light skinned and they're being racist to us, their creators. They're our prodigies, honestly. They're being racist to us. His majority of the fucking African males that do this, not the women, because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And that's honesty, but I have to say, you fucking talking about your own woman's not gonna stop anything. And a lot of these women are around you because they don't, these women have to call you out and things like this. It's just so disgusting. It shows like how weak. I know they were fucked in the ass in slavery. Most of them were, but damn, bitch, you seen Game of Thrones. They even tried to fuck their own men in the ass. Like this has happened to a lot of men, just not you, bitch. And you doing the most sensitive shit about it. And then on top of that, you want to disrespect your women. Like just kill yourself. You making videos, podcasts, kill yourself. Killing yourself will be better for the world than you making podcasts. You think you helping us by making these videos? You're not. Kill yourself. That will help us more. Because you and everybody else, your energy needs to go off this earth. Very much so. And that's coming from the goddess. I love the Lord. You disrespecting the Lord when you talking about you don't like what the Lord created. Okay, you got curly hair. But look at me. I got corn shells. These shells are made because of our hair. We had our hair like this. So we made different, like accessories for our hair. And like I love my hair. I show that shit. We make so many beautiful accessories that show we that we are women, and you want to be jealous and insecure about their hair. It's actually the men that's more insecure about their hair because they can't do what us women they can, but it's not gonna like you straight. They don't want to do that shit, but they can't do like what we women can do with our hair. They motherfuckers, even these African American males. I swear to God, you might not think so, but they even jealous of their own fucking women. They're jealous of their own fucking women because they know that these white men like them. They're jealous of them, so they're trying to gaslight them and make them think that only people that's gonna like them is them. They're jealous of their own fucking women. I advise no woman to fuck these men until they learn how to have love themselves. No man deserves to be fucked when you can learn how to love yourself. Why would I be proud of holding your seed in my body for 9, 10 months and you don't even love yourself? How can I love when I'm carrying? Does that make sense to you, ladies? I'm not trying to make you hate your men, ladies. I'm trying to help you understand that I don't want you to hate yourself because of these men. You might be in a relationship with men, a cocoa man from America that love themselves. That's few. Unfortunately, it's few. But most of these motherfucking males are unfortunately like what we see in the video today. So I want you guys to like and subscribe to this video because it has to get out there and understanding. Please, if not for me, can you please help my son? Because I need to make sure I understand I cannot have him be like this, my babies. I love you, women. I love you very much. And I think you're very beautiful. I don't like to have these men are treating you and trying to put foreign women, even fucking us foreign Caribbean women, over you. It's not cool. That's disgusting. It shows that you don't love yourself. These men are disgusting as hell. You are the ones that make them a cocoa woman. A cocoa man is what makes a cocoa man. You guys have to stop making these motherfuckers. Unfortunately, they're telling you by making these videos, I hate you. I don't want you to make any more of me. I prefer to have a mixed baby and delete my race out of here. That's what they're telling us. They're telling cocoa women, us all, Caribbean, Africa, period, don't make us. We hate ourselves. We carried them. We almost died having them. And this is what they're telling us. They hate themselves. How do you respond to that? But just respect that. Don't have them no more. Don't have these men anymore. What's the point of having a baby that you're going to have to see die before you? A baby that's going to you have to grow up to see that doesn't even love himself. This is so sad. It is so sad. It's so sad. It's sad. They're a man that needs sympathy. That's not a man. I cannot talk about this situation more. Let me finish wiping my Yanni. And I have to go. I have to go. Watching these videos, they just, you know, it disgusts me. I had to go and I had to see other things in life. And I advise you to go see other things that are in life. More are out there, regardless if you're chocolate, caramel, or not. There's more out there. You are not, just because you are a part of the race and you said that this is your man, baby, all these other races are made because people went outside of their tribe or something. You don't have to be stuck to them. You have options. You got other things that you can see. And go see that shit before there's nothing to see. I guarantee it. Don't make nothing that does not love you. Why would you make something, create something that don't love you? Just like Dr. Frankenstein creating that evil monster. Evil scientist, you creating something that's gonna kill you. It's like you create these black males, these black American males. It's like you were evil scientists. Because you obviously are creating a monster. And it seems like that's what they are, sadly. And I don't want you women to feel insecure by their words that they're saying. Don't feel that you're ugly because there are other men that like you. I promise you. I know. I've seen. I felt. I love you. Have a good one.